It has been a minute, so forgive me if it's a little bit awkward. Um, I was watching Nathan play earlier today, and I got inspired. So I just kind of wanted to. I won't be doing hardcore. I know Nathan's doing hardcore stuff. Um, I would rather not do hardcore stuff just because personally, the way that I do things, I'm just getting some music pulled up because it is quiet. And I'm not much for the regular Minecraft music. I usually, like, if I'm just chilling and doing Minecraft stuff, I will have like YouTube videos on, or I'll have music in the background, but copyright reasons. So I'm gonna go find some good background music for some crafting of mines. Just double check a couple things. Just go in here. Alright. I'm gonna lower that just a tad. Alright. So now we got some background music going on. Nice and calm. And we are just gonna start into. We have. Let me lower that just a little bit more. We are going to. We'll call it Railways for right now, because I have no better name currently. But the goal that I have, I'll do allow cheats because there's a couple of them that I like to play with just as a personal thing. So my goal with this world is to do a couple things. One, I want to learn. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna tag more onto this. Railways and redstone, because that's kind of the two things I want to really learn about. I have played Minecraft quite a bit, and mostly what I have learned the most about is how to do architectural type things in there. Of course, I went to school for architecture, so it's kind of one of those things that I kind of like fell pretty easily into. But it also is one of those things that I just have fun doing. I have fun building, and this is one of those sections of like the architecture and all that kind of stuff that I just never got into for whatever reason yet. And I think it's mostly that it scared me a little bit to get into redstone, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just like, I won't for right now. And then with minecarts, there was always like, I played vanilla for a little while, but it was basically like straight into mod packs and not even worrying about like all the vanilla stuff happening. So there was always just a better option than doing a minecart. But there's also a bunch of new vanilla stuff that has happened since I have last played. So should be interesting. I think we'll leave bonus chest off. Don't really see a need for it. Like I say, cheats on. There's a couple of them I play with, and I'll enter them in shortly after we get started. But they're mostly for just the fact that when I play Minecraft, I want to just have fun. Oh boy, that's gonna be a thing. So I've been playing a lot of Borderlands recently with my brother, and so I immediately tried to shift to sprint. So that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, before we get really super deep into this, I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple game rules. So there is mob griefing. Wow, they made it real easy to type these in now. I want to turn that to false. So that essentially means that like when a creeper blows up, it doesn't blow up all of the ground around it, which I know if I was playing with other people, I'd be fine with leaving that off, but especially since it's just like my world that I want to chill in and learn how to do stuff, I don't want to put all this work into something and then have it blown up just to have to redo it all again. And the other one is game rule. Oop. Game rule. Keep inventory true. So that essentially just means that I won't lose everything when I inevitably die because I'm bad. Because like I say, I want those are honestly, if you are wanting to have a very, very chill Minecraft game, those are 2 game rules that you can put in, and it will make things so much easier without having to just go to like easy difficulty or go to just like creative or anything like that. So it's it's kind of one of those, it's a cheat code, but it's basically playing on like normal light in a way, which I've never been one for being all just like, oh, Dark Souls mode, I want it like the hardest possible, please. And it's just like, no, I will play games regularly on easy so that I can enjoy the story. Like, I have no problem wussing out and not doing things. And actually, I think what I'm gonna have to do, I would love to just shear these sheep, but I think I'm gonna have to take some of these out. So first things first, I'm gonna do some crafting. Well, I need this first. We're gonna make us a sword, just so it's a little bit easier than punching things with our hands. I'm sorry. All right. There was another sheep around here. Okay. So this is actually a very, very good start. Because now I can make a bed and I have some food early on. That's a fantastic start. And I've got a very, very pretty area that I'm in currently. I know because I have thought about this game a lot from an architectural perspective, it gives me a different view on things. Like, for instance, I see the fact that I'm next to a desert as the fact that I will never have to go searching for sand so I can make glass. It is so difficult sometimes. But I also see the fact that since I am in like a plainsy type of area, that means there's going to be a lot of space that like will be very open so that it's easy to build in. And the fact that there's a forest right over there means I'll have plenty of trees to chop down, and at the very least it looks like it's going to be birch and the oak woods, which gives me a couple options for wood. But I also think I saw over maybe this way that it became, one of the ways, it became a little bit more, I saw some trees off in the distance and I thought they might be acacia. Yeah, it looks like we got some acacia trees over there. So we have 3 different wood styles that are nearby, which is the perfect thing for if you want to build a house really, really quickly. What I will probably do is I will probably morph this hill into a house. So it's one of the building styles I've done a lot more recently in Minecraft, just because doing a full building is cool, is great. It's fantastic. I love building anyways. But there is something to be said about taking a bit of nothing and turning it into something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a shovel because I think wooden shovels are still faster. I know that like some things like I think it's a wooden axe is basically like useless to build unless you have mods like Treecapitator or anything like that that will actually make it so that you can chop down trees in one fell swoop. I gotta decide where I'm gonna put the door because I can always backfill this for right now, but I'm gonna probably turn that down here in a little bit just so it's not as loud in my ears at least. But I could have it sort of centered and go from there. I think this will be a good entry place. So go ahead and start digging into this hillside. And I will say this kind of goes into I have strategies on like just strategies I've developed myself. Not like I looked up online like, all right, here's how to do the first night. Like I just because I always played with my little brother who was my miner in multiple ways, but he mined for me since I like to build. And so on the first night, he always would go and start mining, whereas I would stay back and start getting some resources taken care of. So we got a nice little hole for the night, and actually there's some coal right there, which is neat. We're gonna put that right there. What we're gonna do real quick, I'm actually gonna put this in the floor at least for now, because then it'll take less space. I'm gonna get to making some doors. That way I can see outside, and I need to make a pick, and I'm losing some daylight, so I need to probably start doing the second part of this fairly quickly, but at least I've got stone right here that I can get to. So the idea of if you were gonna just put a name to it, like my guide for the first night, is essentially to make sure you're already getting coal and things. One of my preferred ways to do that, if I can't find especially if I can't find a coal vein on the first day, I will usually build a furnace, and then I'm gonna put that down actually. I usually build a furnace and then make sure I've gathered enough wood during the day. I'll usually be gathering wood anyways, just for reasons, but I'll usually make sure I have plenty of wood to make some charcoal on the first night. And I'll usually use like maybe a couple sticks to make the first charcoal, and I'll use that charcoal to make 8 more, and so it goes from there. But I make sure I have some charcoal before night hits, that way I can have some torches. Also, thank you for the follow, 4 hours. I'm just kind of chilling and Minecrafting. I haven't done vanilla Minecraft in ages, so it's gonna be a little rusty. So first things first, we're gonna put one outside. Oops. Get that back, and we'll put one right here for now. I think, yeah. So now we're set for the night, which means that everything else that we can do is going to be bonus. So now I have a couple options because I found enough wool to make a bed. So I think I'm gonna probably do that. Most of the time, what'll end up happening is you'll just keep mining throughout the first night. But I also kind of want to just set my spawn point in here rather than up above. It is literally like up above this that the main spawn point of the world is, which is actually fairly useful, just because then you don't have to worry about like, oh, I died and now I'm a million miles away from the base. It's like you can restock like pretty easily. So what I'm gonna probably do for this time, and I know this whole thing was named Railways and Redstone. Those are gonna take a while. This first one especially is literally probably just gonna be like getting started in a vanilla Minecraft world. There is red. That's not something I'm familiar with. Keep that in mind. Huh. We'll see how that goes. It looks very nethery. This is maybe the perfect thing to do after work. Because that's what I've been doing pretty much just before this. I was at work like an hour and a half ago. So, yeah. Got off work nice and late at night and just gonna chill until the sleep comes. To be fair, it was in my brain, it was kind of either this or Breath of the Wild, because I started playing through that recently, and oh, it's a beautiful game, but it's one of those games that like I have to make sure I can sit down and dedicate like a few hours to, because it is one that just sucks you in and you just keep going. Whereas this one's going to be a little bit more like, if I start getting tired, I'm like, all right, I can go ahead and quit and not feel like I haven't accomplished anything, because we're already on day 2 of Minecraft. That's going to be a pain. I may just leave it. At the very least, I'll leave it for now. Go ahead and repopulate some of these. We'll put them out this way. Hopefully they don't grow super huge. Let's put one there, and put one there. Let's put one there, and there. Alright. So there's our little hut. Now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I really need from out here. Probably gather some more wood, but a lot of what I'm going to end up doing is going to be just mining and things. So I think the biggest thing I'll really need is actually going to be gonna need food, and I guess fortunately there's a bunch of sheep around here, so looks like we're having mutton. I'm sorry, little one. I'll also take care of the pig, but I already have some of the mutton, and so if I can get up to a full stack, I can go ahead and just use coal to cook it. Oh, I'm past a full stack now, but let's see if we can get to. There's a wolf. I don't have any bones though. So that makes 5 of those. So I'll be all right for now, but you can already see I sprint around more than I probably should, but it's fine. I actually don't know if there's anything that gravel's really good for in vanilla Minecraft. It's just one of those that like when I see it now, ooh, there's actually iron. That's very nice. That's as close to the surface as it is. I may go ahead. That could be worthwhile. I think what I'll probably do. I'm gonna spend some of these sticks. Start carving this out a little bit more. But it might be worthwhile for me to go ahead and get that iron. I can't remember if it was if you had to have stone for iron to mine the iron or not. I think you do. Alright, let's see if we can get the rest of this iron before the zombie comes. Ouch. Okay. So, probably... we'll probably set this up as a mine. I don't know if we will. But at the very least, I'll mark it. I mean, it's my house is right there, so it's not like I have to, like, look far to find it, but... That way I'm not just, like, scanning the countryside, just like, where is that mine again? So I think we're gonna spend a couple of these at least to make some chests so that I can put away some things I don't need right now. For instance, I'm gonna put this sugarcane, flesh, wool, pork chops. Cook up some of these. This is another one of those things that I learned way too much about. Was was the numbers on like how much things burn for. So for instance, any of the coal variants like charcoal and regular coal, that sort of thing, as far as I know, in normal Minecraft, burn for 8. So I usually try to do stacks of 8 or multiples of 8 when I'm using my coal. If I have multiples of 3, then I'll use planks because 1 plank is 1.5 cycles. So if you put 2 planks in, you can cook 3 things. And then sticks are a half. So if I have just a little bitty something that I need done, I'll do that. I should probably use my wooden pick just so it gets used up. Yeah, I think we're just gonna mine out some of this for right now. And what I might do, since I have iron this early, I'm thinking I might try to I'm thinking I might try to start an indoor garden. An indoor garden is not super difficult, and you actually can do a large garden with just 1 block of water. And it has to... I really hope they haven't changed anything about it, but I've done gardens multiple times, and it's worked so far. I don't know if it works better outside, but it's obviously something you like. You can use the garden layout that I'll use anywhere, but that way I'll have some good resource things going on. I'm gonna go ahead and there we go. Cool. So now that's broken. Just gonna try to even this out a little bit. I don't think I can all the way, but I can get closer. I might be able to. Yeah. Okay. cool. So this looks really weird, but it probably won't stay like that for long. What is this? It needs to go one more actually, because I want that door to be centered on this room. I'm one of those types of people. I like the symmetry on the, at the very least, on like the opening room. Okay, so nearly made it. I'm one of those types of people that you don't have to do that at all. You can do whatever you want, and that's the best part of Minecraft. So, right now we have a nice symmetrical room. It's currently 7 by 4. What we're going to probably do is we're going to push this wall back just a few more. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and drop a torch right there, because that should light up this entire little room that we got here. I don't remember exactly how far torches will light for, but it should light up a 7 by 7 room. Let's push this back a little bit farther. Nice high ceilings in our underground bunker. Well, less bunker, more house. Hobbit home. Pop into bed. Ouch. It's too close to the ceiling. Alright, we're gonna move this down. 1, so I don't bonk my head every time I get out of bed, and 2, just so it's not hovering in the way. But because it doesn't have like blocks for me to spawn on next to it, it makes me spawn on the bed, and that makes me hit my head in the morning, which hurts. Kind of avoiding eating another mutton chop just because I didn't want to waste all the hunger that you can get off of it, because I knew I'd be mining a ton. Actually, I will say, with what I was planning on doing just now, I probably don't want to go this way, because I know I actually don't have a whole ton of area that direction. So I'll probably go this direction for the garden. We're going to do a big 3 by 3. Oops. Good thing we got plenty of stuff. We're going to do a big 3 by 3 door, just because it looks nice. Better than cramming yourself through a 1 by 1 tunnel. And then from there, it is going to be a large room. It always is. So, minimum you really have to have for the garden room would be 9 by 9. However, me being the person that I am, I typically give a couple blocks of extra space on every side. So that immediately makes it go from 9 by 9 to a 13 by 13 room. So that's 1. It takes a while. So, hope you're buckled in for this great, great journey we're going to go on. There's going to be lots of broken pickaxe sounds. Probably some broken shovel sounds. Nice and chill. This is kind of my favorite way to play Minecraft, though. Like, not gonna lie. Like, not necessarily on stream, but like, just where it's like, you know what, I have a goal, I'll get there later, right now, what is my goal? Just chill out. Like, Minecraft is such a relaxing game, and I don't know if it was intentional that it was made to be relaxing, but if it wasn't, they did it anyways. And I'm glad they did. Because it's one of those games that it has shaped me in ways that I wouldn't have thought about. And I mean, like, I grew up building with Legos and things. And so, like, building with blocks has never been foreign to me. So that's 9, so I need 2 more either side. So it's just one of those things that, like, this is kind of when I'm in my happy place, is just playing around with blocks, making cool stuff happen. Doesn't seem much faster to do the wooden shovel, so for right now, I'll just punch these out. That way I got the full width done. Alright, so let's see, middle of this, let's punch this off and put it here. Alright, so those are centered on this section without this 3x3 in the middle. So it'll be easier to center torches later on the other sides. Cool. So we're going to have to be going through a bunch of dirt, so it's probably worth investing in a stone shovel. That's much faster. I honestly don't typically build shovels in any other material other than stone. Occasionally iron if I'm just very, very iron rich. But, like, I usually don't need much faster speeds for digging, like, dirt and things than a stone shovel does. Like, it works. It's a good speed. It's like a second's delay or something, and then it breaks. So that way, if it's like, oh, I don't need to go through that one, I have a chance to just catch myself and not break the bit I don't want to break. So we got a good section of wall that we still got to go through, being as this is 5 of 13. So we're just going to be working on this for a while. Strap in, get you some tea if you need it. I got a good chai that I'm working on. Beautiful tea. It's one of my favorites. I think another reason why I like playing Minecraft so much is that, like, one of the main reasons I got it is because my little brother was like, hey, do you want to play this? And I went, well, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, to be fair, I watched Yogscast play it first. Like, it was one of those situations where I was like, oh, that's really cool. And, like, there's some cool stuff going on there. And then I got the game because I was like, there's no reason I shouldn't play this. And so I was in middle school, I think, when this came out. Middle to high school. Somewhere in that range. The awkward years, for sure. So that's 6. It's not even quite half yet. This will be the half. But yeah, it was one of those types of games where I got it to play co-op. And I think I've discovered that's kind of my favorite games to play is just the co-op games where I can just have fun with some people that I have not played games with in a long time. or I play with all the time. I still play games with my little brother because he's just fun to play games with. He is much better at games than I am, but I still have fun. And it's because I do a bunch of the dumb stuff, to be fair. If there is a janky way to do something, I can guarantee that I will do it that way because it's just fun. It may not even be the best way to do it, but I don't care. Sometimes that's what makes it more fun. It's like, I have this really weird way to do this, and it works, but you have to do a little bit of extra stuff. But it works, but it's a little wonky. It's been a long time since I've played this. I was looking on while I was getting the stream set up, and it said that the last game that I played was modded Minecraft with Nathan. So that tells you quite a bit. And I haven't played with Nathan in like 5 months. Which is kind of sucks because I like playing with Nathan. I know. I just tried to sprint. Oh well. And back to the wall. This could take a while. How many are we at now? So it's 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. So is that 9? 6. Yeah. So it should just be a few more. It'll actually be 4 more doing it this way. That should be the back wall. We're hitting a lot more stone right now, so I may go build a spare pickaxe here in a second. Had other ideas since I've sort of been on a like quote-unquote hiatus from streaming. Just not like an intentional hiatus. I didn't say like, yeah, I'm gonna take a nice long break because I need to take a break away from streaming. Like, there was part of that like at one point, but now it's kind of, there's been some downtime, and I've been like, man, I should stream and that sort of thing. So I've been starting to cook up ideas on what I can do. And there have been some new games that I've played since I streamed last that I've been like, you know what, that would be a good way to like do this game and to do it as a stream. Just because like, also one, I don't think the games necessarily get, some of the games don't necessarily get as much coverage as others. Like Minecraft, obviously everyone knows Minecraft. It is a given that if you play Minecraft, someone will know what you're playing. There are other games, like recently I've been playing a lot of Risk of Rain 2 with my little brother. And it is a ton of fun. It is kind of difficult, but part of that is that I have not played near as much as he has. And so there are some times where like we'll get up to a certain difficulty and I'll die on a level, but he won't. And so, like, since he doesn't and he continues on, it brings me back to life when the next level starts. But I'm already at a lesser advantage because I missed out on some items, or I missed out on various other things that make it just more difficult for me to survive in further levels. And so it's one of those games that, like, if you start losing ground, you lose ground fast. And it's not near as fun when that happens, but ooh, that was close. We're just gonna block that up. I'm building over a ravine. Well, note to self, don't dig through the garden. Too deep at least. Just gonna just hold shift the entire time. Just don't fall down. Okay. Should be good. I'll stay a block back or so just in case. Alright, sure, I'm glad this is dirt and not gravel that's on the floor. That would have fallen right out. I actually took that out and I didn't need to because that blocked me to stay. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I will usually, this is going to seem dumb, but I'm going to probably replace all of this flooring that I'm taking up right now with cobblestone, which is what I'm digging up. But it's mostly just so it's uniform. It has less to do with the functionality of it and more about making a boundary on the edge of the farm that is different. And it's not like you have to do this part. Like I say, you could legitimately just do this with the 9x9 that should be in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah! Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dang it. I went too far. I'll trim the front off. Oh, that's right. I just did the one up here. Okay. I actually did it perfectly correct. I'm glad I decided to trim the front off anyways. Just gonna... Oh no. Dirt. Alright. So now we got our 9x9 farm pad. Keep in mind, I said you can do this with a single bucket of water. The hardest part about doing this kind of farm is getting that bucket. And I've already got 9 iron. 8 iron. 9 iron's the golf thing. But it's a very simple design, and just because of the way that Minecraft physics work, for lack of a better term, way the game mechanics work, I guess, is that you can irrigate all the way up to the corners of where I have my farm currently with the single block of water, because one block of water will irrigate up to 4 blocks away, which means we have the perfect size for a farm. any more than this and we need more water. Any less than this and like, well, you can do that, but you'll have a smaller farm. And we got plenty of space. We're not cramped in or anything, so I don't see why we should not have this larger of a farm. It'll be plenty for someone like me who's just trying to make things awake. I'm trying to remember recipes and things for food other than maybe the like I know wheat is obviously like turn wheat to bread, and the wheat's gonna be fairly easy to get because we got plenty of grass out there that we can break up. But I also have sugar cane and pumpkins, and I don't remember what recipes pumpkins are for in vanilla. So there's our farm. Now we need the tools. Gotta make stone hoe. We gotta get some seeds, and we'll need to make our bucket. WK. Hello. Another way you could do this if you wanted to, you could expand this just a little bit and make an infinity pool in the middle. So there are ways that you can kind of cheat Minecraft so that it'll be so it'll work to your advantage. And one of the ways is infinity pools, which is basically you put down 2 source blocks of water and trick the game into thinking that, like, whenever you take a bucket out, it'll like, oh, I fill that back in, and it creates a new source block of water. So there's a couple of ways that I know how to do it, and they're honestly very, very self-contained. One of them is if you take 2 buckets of water and place them in a 3x1 line. If that makes sense. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get this light put up. Just give me a sec. There we go. That should work okay for now. Might do instead though. That looks nice. So basically you can do like a trench of water that is 3 blocks by 1. And if you put your bucket of water here and here, this one in the middle will end up being an infinity source. So you can constantly pull from that as many times as you want. The other way to do it is to do it in a 4x4 or in a 2x2 and make a 4 block one. So if you put one there and there, all of these will become source blocks of water. And the only way you can end the sources is if you put like a block in like this corner or something, and then take from here, and it'll break the chain. So there are ways to kind of cheat getting extra water, which is not a huge resource in most cases, but can be very useful if you don't want to go running back and forth between an ocean and your house. So, we have a couple of options with this. This is going to cause us problems later on. So one of the things I usually do is I'll end up making some slabs. Now, I'll probably do some slabs anyways. And so now I gotta decide what I'm gonna make slabs out of for doing, like, if I'm gonna do stairs or something. I think I'm gonna do wooden ones. I got plenty of stone, so I'll just do some stone slabs right now. But putting that slab right there, the water will still be able to get to all the dirt because it's in contact with it. But it means that you won't be falling into the water the entire time. And then you don't have to worry about accidentally breaking your crops that are right there next to the middle. You can run around in there to your heart's content. Just don't jump. And so, I'm gonna go actually break some grass. Get some seeds. That'll at least be a good start. Let me see if I can get a few more. Just to like have a nice even amount as far as the rows go in our garden. So I can get 27. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now, here we have our stuff. Fill up all this dirt. Look at all that dirt. See? It goes all the way to the edge. Ta-da! I'll probably do like a melon farm or something somewhere else. Just because melons and pumpkins are a little bit weirder. But I do have plenty of pumpkins for right now, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and drop these seeds in here too, because I don't see why not. It's probably going to be a lot of what this garden ends up being is wheat, just because of accessibility to wheat. Alright. Now we got a source of food growing. I feel a little bit more confident in the fact that I could actually pick all this stuff up and move this chest real quick. Before this gets out of hand. I feel pretty okay with going exploring. Now, another thing that usually ends up happening with my brothers and I is that we'll have a chest that is solely dedicated to cobblestone. Because we get so much of it. I don't really need andesite, diorite, or granite at the moment. I kind of itch. I don't really need a ton of dirt, but hang on to it, I guess. And for now, I think I just need to go find some stuff. I mean, like, there's a ravine underneath me, and I think that that cave that's over there will actually lead to the, to where I'm trying to go. So I think for right now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a furnace to carry with me. Is there anything that goes? Okay. Because I know in some mod packs you can shrink it and things. I don't know if it's worthwhile to do that, but make a crafting table to keep on us. Because you should always travel with some crafting table. Always worthwhile. Is there anything I need to be cooking or anything while I'm gone? It feels odd just leaving it not doing anything. But like, nothing's really going on right now. Load the crafting table too. We'll put it on the opposite side. Just tucked right there. Cool. Okay. Ooh. Hello, Mr. Creeperman. Well, I really wish I could have gotten the stuff out of that, but at the very least, I'm glad I didn't get hurt by the creeper. Aha, a dead end. So, when doing Minecraft, what are you? Can I get you? What is this? Oh, copper. Okay. Cool. I didn't realize copper was. I didn't know that copper was in the new Minecraft stuff. I have no idea what you can do with copper. Neat. Yeah, always put your torches on one side of the wall when you're exploring. That way, if you get lost, you can always follow the torches back. That is a lot of skeletons. I'm gonna... I don't have any string or nothing to make a bow. What is okay. Oh. Ooh. The zombie won. Did not expect that. Hey, dummy. How you doing? Go exploring this real quick. Pop back up here in a second, but I also kind of wanted the bone and things just in case I can get a puppy. 'Cause puppies. That is all. That is the only explanation I have. I don't think I need any other. I mean, also there's iron down here, which is definitely something that I knew was down here, not just something that I lucked into. All these corner jumps. Pro gamer. that is either a creeper deterrent device or a creeper delivery device, depending on how far it gets. I'm just gonna... Ah, dang it. Alright, now I gotta eat this, because I'm not gonna keep going through this with that low heart. Wow, that was a short tunnel. I have to figure out what copper does, though. Luckily, I'm not too far from home base, so I'm just gonna scoop that up, I think. Not really any reason to leave it there. I'll put another torch on this wall just to make sure it's all lit up. Getting out of here could be tricky. Battalions of archers over there. Alright, let's see if I can't zip home real quick. I don't know if it's any faster, but jumping makes me feel faster, so I'm gonna do it. Alright, quick excursion into that has told me that I need a bow. Problem is, I don't have a bow. Yes, I would like that, please. What can I do with copper? Oh, do I have to smelt the copper first? Fair enough. I'll drop more in there. What do I want to build in this place? Could probably build a bedroom over this way. Bedroom doesn't have to be huge. Just has to function. Nice little room where the bed goes. I'll make it look better later, but that should do for now. Nice little bed alcove. All right, now tell me, what can I make? So I learned how to make a copper ingot. But what can I use copper ingots for? Can I make armor with copper? So if I can make copper armor, that'd be cool. Nope. What is copper for then? I don't know what the advantage of chainmail is. Oh, lightning rod. Why would you need a lightning rod? How can I make any mineralize with the copper? No. Just blocks of stuff. Okay. Gonna have to investigate that one later. Is this actually done? Dang it. Wasn't done. The whole looks different now. I can't tell. Alright. So at some point I need to potentially go searching to see if I can find a mine shaft. At some point I need to go find redstone for sure. I can make rails and things, but I'll need to do some research on how to do rails and also to see what copper does, because I have no idea. I have no idea when I'll stream again either, because as of right now I don't have a schedule set. I'm kind of like testing out a couple things. I kind of wanted to see how many people would show up if I did it straight after work, just because it is like 2:30 right now where I am, and it's kind of late. Well, early, depending on your point of view. But I'll probably try streaming something before work at some point. Can't stream during work, obviously. And I'm not going to stream during my sleep because I need that. But yeah, I think I might call it for now. There's a couple things I need to research on for the moment, and there's a couple more that I could get into, but it would take a while to get through. So I'm gonna take the rest of the time to kind of chill until I'm tired enough to go to sleep. That's how I do. So thank you for being here. Even if you just lurked, even if you didn't interact with the channel at all, it's perfectly fine. Just so long as you enjoyed it, that's all I can really ask for. I mean, I'm mostly doing it so I can play games and things anyways. It's an excuse for me to play games, which is kind of sad that that's what it takes for me to be able to play games now, but that's the life I live, I guess. I will hopefully have another stream soon. I don't know when, but here's hoping it's sooner than 5 months from now, like last time. So for now, I'm gonna get off and, like I say, chill for the rest of the evening. Probably watch YouTube videos. Maybe watch YouTube videos about how to minecart and how to redstone and what copper does in Minecraft. Maybe just Mythbusters. Who knows? It's a toss-up. But until next time, I want you, everyone out there, to have fun, play games.